Constitutional contracts. How should you contract for your wealth? Once you have completed Step 3, deposit the bulk of your revenues in the business bank account established in Step 3, the private levy-proof bank account you established as agent in another state or at least 2 hours travel distance from your operating location. Pay your business and personal bills from that account, although it is best to continue paying your mortgage, car payments, and any other bank loans in your personal name from your personal bank account. Since you will be generating revenue not only in the name of your own business, but also as agent in the name of the private, lawfully income tax-free organization, there are 3 sub-steps to implement pursuant to your right to contract. First, execute a legally enforceable contract between your corporation, partnership, or LLC and the tax-free organization. Accompanying this session is a template private contract for exchange of assets, which can be used for services or anything else for which you wish to execute a private, lawful constitutional contract. Contracts should always be executed only by at least 2 legally separate parties. Second, generate as much revenue as possible as agent in the name of the tax-free organization and deposit all of it in its private levy-proof business bank account. Occasionally, it is not possible to generate revenue in the name of the tax-free organization, in which case only the first and third of these 3 items apply. Third, pursuant to contract, write corporate or LLC, but never personal, checks to the tax-free organization, take deductions for everything your corporation, partnership, or LLC pays to the tax-free organization, deposit these payments as agent in the private levy-proof business bank account of the tax-free organization, and pay your business and personal bills from the private levy-proof business bank account of the tax-free organization, although it is best to continue paying your mortgage, car payments, and any other bank loans in your personal name from your personal bank account. What if a Form 1099 is issued on revenue generated in the name of the tax-free organization? Once you begin executing constitutional contracts in the name of your corporation, partnership, or LLC, and in the name of the private organization you use for business purposes, it is of little relevance if the other parties to your contracts issue forms to the IRS each year for payments made to the lawfully income tax-free organization, since this organization pays no income tax but voluntarily files federal income tax returns anyway. Since the lawfully income tax-free organization has no income tax liability, any forms issued to the IRS for payments made to the lawfully income tax-free organization have no tax impact on the organization or any individuals with private membership in the lawfully income tax-free organization. Step 4 allows you to arrange your personal taxable income to be below the taxable threshold and pay 0 state and federal income tax, or at least as little as you wish according to your personal strategy. Filing income tax returns and paying something in income tax from year to year is what some wealthy people call throwing the IRS a bone to chew on until the next year. Refer to the taxable threshold document accompanying the 3rd session. If you are an employee but have not already done so, submit an updated W-4 payroll withholding allowance certificate to each of your employers to reduce the amount of federal and state income tax withheld from your gross earnings, with the goal of reporting less taxable income than your taxable threshold on your next income tax returns. Indicate as many as 9 withholding exemptions to limit your income tax withholdings. Proper methods. Develop a solid understanding of not only your constitutional and lawful rights and privileges, but also proper methods for exercising them. Also develop a solid understanding of proper methods for lawfully avoiding at least 2 categories of taxation, state and federal income taxes. Now that you have registered your business in your state and obtained membership in at least one private, lawfully income tax-free organization, there are 4 additional categories of taxation you may be able to avoid. If you have been paying wages through your existing business, you may be able lawfully to reduce or even avoid completely state and federal unemployment taxes and the employer's share of Social Security and Medicare taxes, and create 4 corresponding additional streams of income. If the total amount of these 4 additional categories of taxation is significant, you may wish to recalculate your total monthly retirement income again and save the spreadsheet workbook under still another new name for your latest calculations. Your current business records indicate any tax costs such as federal and state income, federal and state unemployment, and employer's share of Social Security and Medicare taxes. If you have been paying yourself a wage, and if you reduce your personal wages so that your personal taxable income is below the taxable threshold, you might not be able to reduce your federal unemployment tax cost on yourself, unless you pay yourself less than $7,000 a year. But you might be able to reduce your state unemployment tax cost on yourself, depending on your state's wage base. Unemployment taxes are paid on the first wages paid each year, up to specific wage limits. Either way, reducing your personal wages will result in a corresponding reduction in the employer's share of Social Security and Medicare taxes. If you have been paying others' wages, and if you want lawfully to reduce or avoid completely the corresponding state and federal unemployment taxes and employer's share of Social Security and Medicare taxes, execute a personnel lease agreement between your corporation, partnership, or LLC and the private, lawfully income tax-free organization. Accompanying this session is a template personnel lease agreement. Such agreements should always be executed only by at least 2 legally separate parties. Email your first name, state, phone number, and the best time to reach you with assistance in this regard.